YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Taco Tuesday. There's going to be 3 discounts. One is already in the books, which was Towns. They're giving us a WNBA one and then something else. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Today's video, we have a bunch of MLB games, 5 WNBA games, and 1 NBA game. I'm going to go over all of it. Going to try to keep it fast, short, and sweet today, aiming for 15 minutes. We'll see how that works. Yesterday was a pretty decent day. Unfortunately, DeGrom was a discount, and he chalked everybody. So when that happens, you have to know it's going to be a tough day. However, yesterday's play of the day was Aaron Judge, 1.5 bases. He cashed his fantasy score. He couldn't take that line on PrizePicks. They didn't have it. They had 0.5 base, which cashed. He cashed his 2.5 Herbies, but he didn't get his 1.5 bases on ParlayPlay because they walked him his last 2 bats. That is why you always want to hedge with a guy like Judge, which I did, and it worked out for me. I also had a discount hedge slip with the Garrett and Yoshi 1.5 earned runs. If I would have had time to put in DeGrom, 3 of them would have hit. It would have been 5x, but I posted this. I will take the 3x. And then as you can see, a lot of people took Yoshi with Aaron Judge because, again, you couldn't get 1.5 bases on PrizePicks. So 0.5 paid 2.25x, and this paid the full 3x. Decent day overall. All the pitchers hit except the DeGrom discount and Fetty Wap. He missed his pitching outs by 1 or 2. Gentleman's sweep. But you can see the taco method worked perfectly. It's unfortunately that DeGrom sold, but I showed you guys in crushed bats he was the least likely to cash. He was 51% to go over. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. We're still gambling at the end of the day. But you can see here, this is a user. He took Judge, Yoshi, Garrett, Jack Kochanowicz, and he paired it up and he made 5x. He did exactly what I told him and teach him to do. Cash it. I personally had a great day myself yesterday. I was able to win a 42x lineup using just hitters and pitchers, full lines. I always take my grindy lineups, which are my Goblin, high probability 2 to 3x, high units, and then $5 to $10 on my long shots, which are the normal lines, etc. Which I was talking to someone else earlier today. Guys, the normal lines on PrizePicks are literally all like 50-50 now, period. They're making it harder and harder, which is why demons and goblins are going to be that much more valuable going forward. So you can see here, if you were to pair it with Judge, it was 2.25x, can't complain. And then again here, I also had Jack Kochanowicz, which I explained that. And then I only had like $5 left to use for this taco, so I just put it with Yoshi and Judge, and it paid a little bit over 2x. I just wanted to see, guys, I am fine doubling up my money whenever I can. You can't legally double up your money in too many areas, so lock in. Now, today is Taco Tuesday, so there is a bunch of different options because we do have a bunch of MLB games. They gave us the WNBA taco. I'm not even sure what it is. I don't even know what I'm going to do with WNBA yet. What is the taco? I don't know. Maybe it's not posted yet. Maybe we're still on Towns. I'm not sure, but we will go over WNBA really, really quick. I haven't even done a whole lot of stuff on here yet, but guys, my model is posted in the Discord for you guys. You can go check it right there. Gabby Williams at 4 rebounds. I've been taking her 3.5 rebound Goblin all season long. I think she only chalked it once. If you want to go here, I don't really love the matchup there, but 4 rebounds is fine. Natasha Cloud. These are the most popular plays because these are the most obvious plays today. She's been getting it done all season long in her new role on the Liberty, so I honestly think this would be fine. You can, in this case, you could just take the popular plays. However, I personally will most likely have a lot of unders for the WNBA today, as those have been my highest ROI props. We will do a full WNBA breakdown on the live stream today, but most likely I'm probably going to be taking Nafisa Collier's under, just like I took Asia Wilson under in the same matchup. I will probably take Collier under, and for those of you that are like, oh, look at all the points she scored, yeah, don't care. I'm probably taking under there. Spoiler, we'll cover that on the live stream today. I don't want to go over too much WNBA today, but for those of you that were interested, that is what's up. I would focus on Cloud and Gabby Williams, okay? And then we'll talk about that on the live stream today at 5:30 Central, which you can get in by joining the Dub Club /Discord. Let's move on to the MLB, and then we'll finish it with the NBA. All right, so we have a ton of pitchers. Look at the popular play tab. It's the usual suspects. You got Aaron Judge, O'Yarny, Big Red, Nathan Eovaldi. Guys, it comes down to this. You're always going to find the big names on PrizePicks popular play tab. These books are going to take advantage of the popular names and set the lines at high rates. So here's my situation with Judge. If you want to take his fantasy score, you can. if you want to take his hits, runs, RBIs, you can. This is why. He's playing a weak Anderson. I don't care if he's, I was telling somebody, I don't care if he's 0 for 20. We're focusing on his recent form, which Judge right now is in elite form. Anderson is a weak pitcher, and Judge has been cashing us every single night. 3, 4, 5. We are on house money with Aaron Judge. So you can keep taking him until he eventually sells, and then you can hop off the train and readjust. But right now, you can go with either one of these if you want a full payout. The optimal line is 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, which is going to pay you just over 2.25x with any random line. So if you wanted to take it with a taco, you could. I personally don't think you should take 1.5 hitter props with tacos because they're volatile by nature. I prefer taking pitchers, but it is an option if you want. So the two hitters that we want to focus on today would be Harper and Judge. They don't have a 1.5 Harper line, but they do on ParlayPlay. I'm pretty sure we will go over there shortly. I will talk about why, and especially since Harper sold us all the other day, we are going right back to the well. Okay, so let's go over to Pick Finder real quick and break down these hitters. So right now we have Bryce Harper. You cannot get 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs on PrizePicks. It's only on ParlayPlay right now, Chalkboard and Sleeper, but you can get his fantasy score. But look at the head-to-heads for all you head-to-head people out there. You guys love these head-to-heads, which don't even matter. Different teams, different recent forms, etc. But you can see 11, 20, 12, 12. All of these were there. I don't know what's going on with this glitch nonsense here, but I'm sure they will fix that. They're adding a lot of stuff. Versus Spencer Strider, he does have good historicals, which you can see right here. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. But again, this, you don't want to overlook this. You don't want to over factor this stuff into the mix, guys. I'm telling you, that is just bait. The people making the lines have this same exact information. So this is all baked in. It doesn't matter too much, okay? So it matters, but it doesn't matter. I don't know how else to explain it to you. It's like being in a restaurant, knowing how to cook something and throwing in something that matters but doesn't matter. It's hard to explain, okay? Sorry for that word salad, but it is what it is. So Bryce Harper, his fantasy score, if you must, I prefer 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Okay, as you can see here, his range of outcomes, he's 70% in his last 10, 60% in his last 5, 53% in 2025. He literally just sold me. I'm going right back to the well. Harper, let us cook. You got to get there. And I'm not going to waste time going to look at Judge, but if you want to get on Pick Finder, you can look for yourself. All the historicals. Promo code CRUSH, you'll get 10% off for life. It's got NBA, WNBA. It's a very powerful tool to use in tandem with my own. Okay, so if we go over here to ParlayPlay, we can find Harper. I believe he's going to be here at 1.5. They don't have him up yet, but he will be here. There he is right there, actually. Okay, what did I tell you? 1.71x, they have Bryce Harper here. They have him right here. So this is how you would do this number right here. This is why you got to shop around. This is why we use book to book. If you take Harper and Judge in a 2-man, ensuring that your day isn't going to be ruined if either of these guys sell because you have it isolated to one lineup, 25 to win 58. It's placed, it's done. Now, unless it's an outlier case, and I tell you, anchor this hitter, this is the move here. Now your hitters can chalk because they're the most volatile MLB stat to take, and your pitchers are still alive. So this is it. ParlayPlay code CRUSH if you want a tail. Links in the description. You'll also get 30 days free of the cord. That is how you structure your lineups. Knowing which plays to take is literally 40% of it. The other 60% is knowing how to build your lineups, build your slips, structure your day, your unit sizing, everything else. Okay, there's 2 parts of this puzzle. So make sure you're locked in. I teach you all of that stuff in the Discord as well. So that is there right there. And then we can go back and you can see they have Webb boosted. They have Carlos Rodon boosted, who happens to be the play of the day today. And they have him at 5.5 at 1.37x, which is great because the play of the day is 6.5. And I don't even need to take him at 6.5 because he's at 5.5 here. I can get that boosted payout. Okay, so we have Carlos there at 5.5 boosted. We have Aaron Judge half a hit. I don't think I'm going to put him in there because it's not going to add enough equity. I want to keep it separate. Although I do think he's getting half a hit today. But we can look at Joe Ryan. Do they have him up here? Joe Ryan at 5.5 Ks. They do have him up here. This would pay us exactly 2x. Not bad. And then you could put Webb at 4.5, but it's blocking me right now because it's a boost. So these are the guys that I want to discuss really quick, okay? I'm not going to bother with Webb. It's a payout boost at 4.5. It's a good prop. But Carlos and Joe Ryan, it would be Webb if I could get him on here. But because I actually have a meeting with ParlayPlay later today to show them why they need to fix this stuff. They're going to take it to their team. We're going to get it ironed out. So be patient. I appreciate you guys. But what I want to do is go over to my new data model that I have for Discord members. Crushed Bats. I actually released it, finally deployed it last night. I gave around 30 people access right now. Everyone eventually will have access, but beta, it works on iPhone, Android, Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Obviously, the best experience is going to be on a laptop or a computer, a desktop, but it does work on mobile. So if you're in the Discord, you would go to www.crushonomics.com, okay? And then you would just log in with your Discord credentials, and you are going to get access to it. If you are a gold member, you will eventually, everyone will have access. If you're just a beta tester right now, you're a gold member too. I gave some of you access, roughly 30 of you to test, okay? And then here we are. And this is version 1. Version 2 will be a lot prettier and stuff down the line. I have a hitter side that I'm working on too, but priority was get the pitcher side out. So every pitcher is in here. So we're going to look at the play of the day, Carlos Rodon. And if you haven't seen my Twitter post yet, head on over there, follow me, like it, share it. If he cashes, you're going to get a chance to win a month free of Discord just like last time. Unfortunately, Judge didn't hit those 1.5 bases, so no free Discord month for this YouTube, but Carlos is cashing. We're going to hit. So here you can see the matchup analysis. This is the first thing. You got the Vegas odds here. I show you what they are so you can get an idea of what they are. You can see his true line is 7.5, juiced under. And then you can see the matchup analysis. 9.9, the league average is 8.5, and they're less likely to get hits. I give you the summary here so you can see there's no guesswork. You'll know right away. Is it a good matchup? Is it a bad matchup? I put it right there. That's how you'll know. I show you the last 5 starts, the 10 starts, and any head-to-head data to help you get an idea of what's what. Okay, these are the trends so you can see the graphs. You can follow Carlos Rodon and you can see how he started 7, then he went down, then he went up, then he went down, then he went up. He's probably going to stay right around here. Technically, if this graph stays true, he would go down to like 5 or 6, but not against the Angels. I think he's going to stay right around here, level off at 7. Okay, historical data, nothing there. May 30th, 2024, only 5 Ks. This is it. I mean, but he's in a different zone right now, as are the Yankees as a whole. They're hitters, they're pitchers. I mean, they're just dealing. So if we look at his last 10 starts, 8, 5, 10, 5, 7, 8, 9, 8, 8, factor in that the matchup is the Angels, and now we know that we're in the mix. Okay, so all the data you can imagine is factored in. I have his lines here. We're going to take 10,000 iterations of this game. We have a 10 game sample size. We're going to take 10,000 times this game being played and see how many times he went over the probability. We're going to set the line to 6.5 because that is what we want. Okay, and you will see that he went over 6.5 strikeouts 68% of the time. He went over 1.5 earned runs 58% of the time. Hits allowed, he only went over 20% of the time. Walks 68% of the time. So you would take the strikeouts at 6.5 more, or you could look at his walks because that's at a good one too, 68%. But personally, I just want to take the Ks, go at 6.5, and then if it goes down, if it's at 5.5, it's going to be even more. Now, these are just base projections of what's happening in the model. What matters is the probability percentage. Okay, this is what you're looking for. You want this number to be as high as possible when you're taking over or low as possible when you're taking under. So 68% of the time. Let me break this down for you again because a lot of people are not sure how this is working. 6,800 times in a 10,000 sample size, he went over 6.5 strikeouts. That means 3,200 times he stayed under 6.5 strikeouts, okay? You can't just forget about that side of the coin. That's where the gambling comes in. But we know 6,800 out of 10,000, he went over. It's a good bet to take over, given all the data that I look for. And I look for everything, weather, park factors. I've 50 different data points that this is calculating from. It's been a great tool. It works, okay? But even though at 68% of the time, you're still going to lose 32% of the time. So don't just think, oh, it's a lock, I'm just going to bet my whole... No, okay? We don't do that around here. We keep it realistic. So we just want to find the high probabilities and put those in our lineups. So that is what we have done. Now, obviously, if you lower it to 5.5, it now becomes 80%. 8,000 times you got at least 6 strikeouts with all the variables and data of these two teams playing each other 10,000 times. Okay, so now we can go back to Parlay Play and confidently know we're going to take Carlos Rodon at 5.5 Ks, especially on a boosted line. If he sells, chat, he sells. Get over it. It's not. Someone posted the other day because I forget, some DeGrom missed, and he's like, oh, I can't with these cappers. Buddy, listen to me carefully. If a discount chalks, it chalks. It doesn't matter. You still made, you're not just going to fade DeGrom at 5Ks or 4.5. That's gambling. Get over it. There's a reason you're watching these videos, because you're not understanding concepts, so I'm going to keep reinforcing them into your brain. Stop acting like you know more than the next guy. It's still gambling. It doesn't matter. I hate how I have to keep emphasizing that, guys. If it was just as simple as, oh, what's the best matchup? What's the best play? And I'm guaranteed to hit. If it was that simple, you wouldn't have this option available to you. You're not owed a winning bet just because you found a good play, okay? You're entitled to nothing. Every time we cash a lineup, we are blessed. Get that through your head. Now let's go look at Mr. Joe Ryan, who's also in a tough matchup, just so you guys are aware. His lines reflect that. 6.5, 5.5 on Bovada. His hits allowed, 4.5. They're juiced over on the hits allowed, earned runs. I actually thought about taking under on his fantasy, over on his Ks. You can see they strike out less, but they also get less hits, Tampa Bay. The line that we're interested in is 5.5, so we will run this, and you can see he goes over 5.5 Ks 55% of the time, okay? It's not that great. I'm the first to tell you, it ain't that great, but I think that's his true line on PrizePicks. 5.5, he goes over 55% of the time. And you can see here the weather is factored in. Wind blowing in, headwind, shows you the angle differential. Each park has its separate ways the ball is batted out. It's reducing earned runs and hits by 6%. That is significant, okay? 6% is significant, but you can see we're only getting 55% with Joe Ryan. But if we take it down to 4.5, you're now getting it at 70%, okay? It's a big difference between 5.5 to 4.5. So with that being said, I wouldn't want you guys anchoring Joe Ryan, but you can see it's definitely better to take at 4.5 than 5.5. In fact, I don't even know if they have that line up here. They do, but it doesn't even pay a full 2x, so you have to make the decision. I honestly don't think that 55% warrants him being in a 2-man. This is somewhere where I would put him in a 5-man with like my top 3 and then my 2 darts. So like my top 3 pitchers and then Joe Ryan and a hitter like Bryce Harper or Aaron Judge as the bottom. That is exactly how I would do it. He doesn't get to be in a 2-man. I'm sorry, Joe Ryan. 55% is good, but it's not enough to put you in a 2-man. Let's see what else we can get. Alexa, cancel. What we could do is take a bad matchup with Big Red at 4.5 Ks to go over 4.5 Ks. This is 60% of the time because Webb and Joe Ryan aren't giving us the payouts we want. You can see I ran Dustin May here. He's projected for 5.3 Ks, 4.5 Ks, 61% of the time. A little bit more than 55%. That's good. So I think at 4.5 for the payout they're giving us, we can take a shot on it. I don't love Dustin May in a 2-man at all, but I would rather take Joe Ryan at 4.5 or Webb at 4.5, but we have to go with what the payouts are giving us. So for a flat 2x for this boost with Carlos, and I'm not trying to put in hitters or NBA, I would just take Dustin May at 4.5, 60% chance. I'm riding with it. 75 to win, 162. There it is. If you want to tail this again, it's promo code CRUSH on ParlayPlay. The link's in the description. Send me the email. I'll get you 30 days of the cord where you can try crushed bats, get my lineups, my slips, access to the live stream. And we have been on a generational run. As you can see, we have been feasting in May the last 1 week, 2 weeks. It has been a blessing. The tool is out. You can see the proof is in the pudding, guys. I post my slips for you guys each and every day with the links under here. All you have to do is tail, you mix and match. Daily prop list just like this with full information. I let you know exactly what to do. I basically hold your hand, but I also expect you guys to cook on your own, especially with the tools provided. My job is to lead and give you the best chance to win, but I also expect you guys to lock in and learn and contribute to our community. That is big. So if you're already signed up with my partners and you can't get in that way, just go sign up direct, CaptainCrush.net. Join now. This will get you in. You can see with the new launch, the prices do increase, but if you get in now before it's officially hard launched, you will still get the $24.99 and you are grandfathered in. Okay, down here, if you click this, you can sign up for my newsletter, which is coming soon. You will get the best data models, live streams, community, and picks every single day. Okay, so click join now and you will get access to the 3-month special, the 6-month special, 1 month, $24.99. I hope to see you guys there. Let me know or sign up with the partners and send me that email. Now let's go back to PrizePicks and see what we got over here. Well, we know we're taking taking Carlos. Again, I'm telling you guys, you can take him at 5.5 for optimal, 6.5 if you want the extra pay. How much more does it pay anyways on PrizePicks? An extra 50 cents on the dollar. Okay, that's fine. And then I don't think I'm going to be taking Dustin May on PrizePicks at 4.5 is his normal line on PrizePicks. That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. So that's very interesting. That's weird, actually. I think they're over adjusting for the matchup. I'm actually going to take a shot on that. And then Mr. Webb, you have options. You can go down to 4.5, which the models love. Okay, that would pay you 3x. I don't think putting in 3 squares, especially one that isn't a goblin, for 3x is optimal. So what I do recommend, or they already took it off. They had his pitching outs at 17.5, paying 2.5x, and it's already gone. Imagine that. Webb is due a bounce back game. If you did want to take a shot on his demon, you could, but I don't recommend it. I think this is just the optimal play at 2.5x, guys. I mean, it's just, I think this is it. 25 to win 62. Then you can sprinkle in your tacos or whatever. NBA plays, guys. But let's be honest with NBA, it's been so volatile. I don't know why everybody, when it comes down to these conference final games, there's just so little value, guys. Like, look at yesterday. Randall and Edwards didn't do a thing. It's just picking and choosing. What I will say is we can go right back to Brunson and take his first quarter assist. I mean, last time he chalked it, but I take it every time. I mean, it's either going to cash or hook. He's getting at least one. Same thing with Halliburton at 2.5. It's either going to cash or hook. I mean, those are his range of outcomes. You like Mitchell Robinson's rebound goblins, fine. And then for full first half, it's the same thing as always too. You take Brunson, less points. We always take under on that. You know it's going to be sweaty, especially facing this particular team. But honestly, guys, with Towns being our taco, I think we have our NBA exposure locked up, don't you? I mean, do you guys follow what I'm saying with that? PrizePicks pretty much forced my hands with the Knicks because my exposure is going to be on Towns, okay? And then what I will take for the Pacers is McConnell because he's just been a wagon for me. His PRA at 14. He's just been a wagon. 18, 16, 16. Sweaty every game? Yeah, but you know what? I'm going right back to the well. I wish I got it at 13.5. What does it pay at 12.5? That might be the move. Okay, you only sacrifice one. This is a good lineup. This is one away from a normal payout, 5x. This is the move right here. I'm going to do this right here as a 3-man, and then I'm going to add in, we'll make a multi lineup. There we go. Gabby, 3.5 rebounds. That's 6x right there. 10 to win 60. Not going crazy. I wish we could get Harper at 1.5 here, but we can't. They do have him at 2.5 if you want to risk it for the biscuit. I don't think that's optimal, but I mean, it does give us, I don't know. What is it if we just take his, I guess we could just take his fantasy score. I hate taking that because it's just so different. But 0.5 is going to pay nothing. See, 5x versus 11x if you power it. I don't recommend powering it. So you can just take his fantasy, but I don't know, guys. I guess we leave Harper out of this one. And then you could do this right here. Powering a 5-man is different. That'd be fine for 9x. And then get rid of Gabby, get rid of TJ, and let's do this right here. Joe Ryan, Aaron Judge, Dustin May, and Carlos, 4.5x. 10 to win 45. There we go. Guys, I wanted the video to be 15 minutes. I don't know how long it went. You can see right here on Twitter/X, my play of the day is posted. If you want a chance at a free month of Discord, if he cashes, he's cashing, guys. Let's pray he cashes together. All you have to do is like and share the tweet and you are entered in. I do the giveaways live, which I did for the last one. Every time I post this out, if the play of the day cashes, I do it live. Transparency is key. If you're not following me on X yet, it's I am Captain Crush. As you can see, follow me. I post these plays of the day for free every single day and other tweets. Lock in. I'm trying to grow this side of the platform. And then don't forget CaptainCrush.net. Join now the gold package, guys. You will get access to Crushed Bats, which is live now. You can get this tool. Ask people in the comments about it. It's a great tool. I worked hard on it. The hitter side is coming next. They will work in tandem, so you'll get probabilities for the hitters just like you do the pitchers. In addition to all my picks, my other data models, which are posted just like this for NBA, WNBA, and MLB each and every day. And that is that. Look out for my play of the day video coming later in the short. Sorry, the energy's kind of low, guys, but I've been literally staying up day and night trying to get this out, and it's finally done. I appreciate you tuning in. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.